Hello, 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 everyone. How's everyone today? Hope you are doing good. Wherever you are in the world. I am still very much in tropical Indonesia. Feeling very good. Some interesting things to talk about today. Let's see who's in the chat. So 100 of you in here already. Hit that thumbs up button. Apparently, StreamYard has added this so-called vertical viewing option where you can watch if you're on other devices or platforms where it's only vertical. So is anybody like watching on vertical? I don't really know if that makes a difference. For example, if you're on your iPhone and on the YouTube app, but just curious, anybody in the chat. And I'm gonna actually look at other places that I may be able to stream the live with this new vertical option. I think maybe you can stream to Twitter. Ideally, the other place where I'd want it to be is on TikTok, because I know a couple of you like to be on TikTok sometimes as well. But yeah, just if that makes any difference to your viewing experience, just let me know. I'm always, open to whatever can help my audience. So I thought I'd mention that. Now, I believe, whose birthday was it? Whose birthday was it on Tuesday? Elaine Parker, happy belated birthday. Hi, Wendy. Hey, Caesar Q. Hey, Simply Sweet. I feel like there's so many people I get to see now, and it must be because I'm in a different time zone. Hey, Connie. Hey, Monica. Oh, and thank you also to, who was it that sent me the coffee? I don't even think I did a live that day, but there was someone who sent me a coffee. Callie Jen. Thank you, Callie Jen, for the coffee. Appreciate you. Right, let's get to it. Actually, before I get to it, there is one thing that I need to do. God help us with all of this tech. Give me one moment, folks. Okay, let's switch this on. Sorry, folks, give us one moment. Okay, there we go. Some interesting commentary. All right, so first things first. Let's have a look at this. So Harry and Meghan at Christiana's birthday. So we got inside pictures from the party, and something happened where Chris and Kim posted carousels of people at the party, and the pictures in the carousels, the ones that you can see on the screen, they were deleted from Kim and Chris's Instagram. Now I had to double check this because I use Instagram all the time, and I didn't know that you could actually delete a picture from a carousel without deleting the whole carousel. And people have been speculating as to why it is. Obviously, the trolls have come up with this stupid narrative. It's because the Kardashians were embarrassed. What on earth would the Kardashians be embarrassed of at this point? And why would they be embarrassed to post pictures of people who they invited to their party? My guess is that there was probably somebody on the Sussex team, for whatever reason, asked them to take the pictures down. I don't know if I can say what that reason was. Maybe they felt it was because, it was Remembrance Day, and I don't know. But for whatever reason, the pictures were taken down. I personally aren't reading too much into it. If they felt there was a reason they wanted to take the pictures down, well, the pictures got taken down. It's not like we don't know that they were there. There've been some people in the squad who did not like that Harry and Meghan were at this party, including one person in the squad who's, a diehard squaddy, who's been there from the beginning, and she just felt that she didn't like that Harry and Meghan were at the party. And can I just say that, the Sussex Squad is not a cult. If you disagree with something that our faves do, that's also fine. I personally do not like the Kardashians. I would caution being associated with them, but I will also play devil's advocate and say that Harry and Meghan are now part of a different community. The Hollywood community is their community. They were invited by somebody prominent in that community, and per social graces decided to go. Do I trust the Kardashians? No, but I do trust Harry and Meghan, and I'm sure that they will be careful. Because, to be honest, the Kardashians are shady. I do believe that they are very shady people. I think that it's quite interesting that they're known in certain circles to be very nice, but I think it's very they're very good at social climbing kind of nice, and they've been very successful at it. But am I super bothered that they decided to go to the party of someone who is within their community and prominent in the community? Not that much, if I'm honest. Clearly, Meghan, as ever, they've sent stuff to to Kris Jenner before, to the Kardashians before. And they're in their circle, period. I can say that I don't necessarily like them being too close to the Kardashians, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like Harry and Meghan anymore. It just so happens that sometimes people you like might be close to some people that you don't like. And let's be honest, who are the Windsors close to? Who are the Windsors close to, right? And the funny thing is that the Kardashians have probably been more welcoming to Harry and Meghan than Harry's own family was to Meghan. So, but I have to say though, I don't think that, I think removing the photos was a bad idea, because I feel like it just kind of caused more drama and more conversation. Because honestly, when I saw the pictures of Kim with Meghan, there's also a part of me that kind of went, the British tabloids and the royal household would go on and on and on about how, Meghan is too celebrity, Meghan is too Kardashian. So when I saw the picture of Meghan and Kim, I was I was giggling, to be honest. Like, I was silently kind of wishing that this is some kind of shade. So yeah, I think maybe next time, if they've gone to a party, just leave it. I didn't see a point of removing the pictures, to be honest. I didn't see a point of removing the pictures at all, because there's pictures out here everywhere of Epstein with Andrew. So yeah. Suzuki said, I have no problem with the Kardashians. As far as I'm concerned, they're better than the Windsors. Well, you know what? They're not mooching off the taxpayer. They're, in their own world, making their own money. If they are shady in any way, their dealings will come out. But as far as I'm concerned, this wasn't a major issue for me. Benjamin, you said, I believe the photos should have stayed up. Not crazy about the association, but they're grown adults. To take pictures away makes a story. Yeah, that's pretty much my sentiment, to be honest. All right. Oh, and also, because I wasn't around for a day or two, these are some pictures from the Baby to Baby gala. So this is the gala that they went to before the Kris Jenner party, looking absolutely gorgeous. Serena looking amazing. I love the picture from the back, the ladies from the back. So that's Kelly Sawyer, the CEO of Baby to Baby. Apparently, they've raised something like 18 million, which is incredible. Oh my gosh, folks! Speaking of babies and baby formula. Okay, let's see who really lives on this internet street. One in the chat if you've been on TikTok and you know about the baby formula drama. One in the chat if you know about the baby formula drama. That's been starting all types of conversations. So this lady who lives in the US, she started ringing around all these churches in the US to see if they would give her baby formula. And she had the noise of a crying baby in the background. It wasn't a real baby, but you got the noise of the crying baby in the background. And she's ringing all these churches. And it was something like only 2 churches tried to get her formula. And then I think she ran the mosque, and the mosque was trying to get her formula. And then I think she ran the Buddhist temple. They couldn't get her formula, but they were trying other ways to get her formula. Sarah, if you haven't been on that side of TikTok this week, go and check it out. But I just remembered that because of Baby to Baby. My point being that services like Baby to Baby are needed more than ever now. I believe, for my friends in the US, please do correct me if I'm wrong, they're taking away, I think, is it called SNAP? Which would basically, I think, be our version of, I don't know, what would be our version of that? I don't think we have like food stamps in the UK. We have food banks where you can go get, but I think even with the food banks now, it has to be through like job seekers allowance or universal credit. I guess that would kind of be our version of snaps or food stamps. But I hear the Trump administration is taking that away, and that will obviously affect people who are from lower working class backgrounds, single fathers, single mothers, people that are struggling. Yes, Kevin Slim, Jeffrey Epstein, Jimmy Savile, Bishop Peter Ball. Like, we should not be, or the British tabloids should not be making a hoo-ha over Harry and Meghan hanging out with the Kardashians, especially when they said that Harry and Meghan were being snubbed by Hollywood. Snubbed where? Snubbed where? They're literally in their house. Well, it was Jeff Bezos' house. Oh yeah, black churches. Yes, that's the other thing. Black churches like couldn't help fast enough. Do you know what's so funny? There was a guy that did an experiment. He went down the hood to the dope dealers and was like, "My family, there's a baby. There's a baby that needs baby formula." And he got money for the baby formula. You know why? Because struggle knows struggle. Yeah, exactly. It's become a political litmus test. See? I see I love you all that know what I'm talking about. It's a whole drama on the Facebook. And now all the pastors on Sunday, listen, to play devil's advocate, I will say this. As somebody that was raised in the church, I was raised in the Seventh-day Adventist church. Most churches do have like a rule that you have to be a church member and somebody that pays tithe. But what was interesting is some of the bigger churches, the mega churches that she was calling. I think she even called the church of that dead podcaster that got shot in the neck. Churches that hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, it was a very interesting political litmus test, Duchess. Very interesting. Go and check that out. Let's see. You said, I'm on my PC. I don't like vertical. Okay. No, I was just curious because it's a new feature that they've put in. I'm like, well, if it's going to be useful for the audience, great. If not, then whatever. It's not needed. Next thing. Okay, that's that. But also, Kardashian drama aside, I just want to say that I love that Harry and Meghan just look happy and we're having a good time. And that they can actually just go and hang out with normal, or at least normal in their world, normal people, and not these aristo folk just looking down on Harry the whole time for having a biracial wife. They can just be around people that they're comfortable with, and that's the most important thing for me. And look at Meghan's face card. Hello. I believe those are actually Aquazora earrings, I think. I didn't know that Aquazora did accessories. I thought they just did shoes. But yeah. Aquazora earrings, and I think she also had an Aquazora bow purse. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Meghan in an Aquazora ad. I want her to do fashion ads. Not that she needs to, but there's obviously brands that would be willing to pay her, and brands that she's loyal to. Aquazora, Carolina Herrera, J. Crew. Who else? Dior, Balenciaga. All right, on to the next thing. With Love, Meghan holiday celebration, the poster is now out and it looks gorgeous. This, I would say that this is my second favorite poster now. My favorite poster was the very first one, which had the blue dress. And then for the second season, it was a lot more full, a lot more toned down. And this is full on Christmas, beautiful spread. I believe that's the dress that, one of the dresses that she wore from the editorial with the cut. No, it wasn't with the cut. It was with Vanity Fair. I think it was with Vanity Fair. That's definitely a rewear. Hair slit to the side. Love it. So if the poster has come out now, that means the trailer's not too far away. Trailer is definitely not too far away. Yeah, I would say the trailer will probably drop, if not in the next few days, maybe next week. Cannot wait. Definitely add that to your viewing list. I will stay subscribed to Netflix for 1 more month. We've got to pinch them penny, folks. I only subscribe to Netflix when there's something I really want to watch, and then I watch everything that I want to watch, and then I unsubscribe again until there's something else that I want to watch. But very excited about that. It looks gorgeous. It looks like we're gonna get, obviously, Christmas dishes, Christmas themed dishes. I hope we get a lot of Christmas desserts. How to make the perfect chicken or turkey would be great. Gift wrapping, I can see that. What else for Christmas time? Decorating, yes, decorating. I've seen some very interesting, like, non-traditional Christmas tree ideas. Maybe something like that. Maybe something around, sustainable Christmas, because Christmas can actually be quite wasteful. So, like, one of the things I like to do, or if I was in London now, is, now that it's autumn and the trees are shedding, like picking up things like pines, some of the leaves, painting them, putting glitter on them, using those for Christmas decor, like fun, sustainable ways to make your house feel festive without having to buy new things or buy more things. So very, very much looking forward to that. Right, we'll go for your comments, then we'll get on to the next thing. Hi, if you're joining us, almost 300 in the chat, put that thumbs up button. Heather, you said a lot of people that was at that party is connected to the same entertainment management company, and you can best believe that there was a lot of networking going on. Yeah, of course. Networking. This is how deals are done when you go to these type of events. Jojo, you said it might not have been Harry and Meghan that requested the photos to come down. Maybe they saw the hate on their post and they weren't the only photos removed. Oh, were there other photos removed? EBL, you said, I have no problems with the Kardashians. I support Harry and Meghan. I would never judge their associates or who they are friends with. It's not my place. It was really sad to see the mess in our chat. Well, you know, like I said, it's perfectly fine to disagree with something that Harry and Meghan do, but still be a fan. You know? Let's see. And A1 Kennedy, you said, and my big order is delayed in shipping. I don't know why. Oh dear. Well, I mean, listen, are you the one that put the $2,000 order? it's delayed because customs and immigration are like, this is fishy. This big package interstate. Wait, you said, and your pictures are half, really? Oh, that's annoying. Wait, hang on a sec. Is it because of this new vertical thing? Wait, give me a second. Gosh, that's really annoying if it's been like that the whole podcast. Let me just, oh gosh, why is it doing that? I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Oh, for goodness sake. Wait, give me a sec, folks. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to figure out how to get this thing, take this thing off. I don't, crop layout. I don't want that. I don't want that. See, it's just added a new feature and I don't even want that feature. I don't know. I don't actually know how to get this thing off. Let's have a look now. Give me a sec, folks. Demo scene 1. Oh, how annoying. It's like you would think that there's just like something to just take it off. There's like, it doesn't seem to be anything. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if it's been like that the whole podcast, by the way. I didn't realize because I don't know how to take this thing off. That's so annoying. Recommended. Yeah, it's just added vertical stream and I don't know how to take this off, folks. Okay, do you know what? Give me a sec. I'm gonna toggle with the settings and then just give me like 2 minutes. Sorry about this. Okay, folks. I'm sorry to be very annoying, but I think I'm actually gonna have to stop and restart the podcast because I didn't know that whatever this new vertical thing is, I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know how it's showing up, and it looks awful. It looks awful. Um, and I think what's actually happened is that it looks like it's put two different versions of the podcast out. Like it's to me, it looks like it's streaming two different versions. That's what it looks like. And I don't know why it's doing that. So it's like, I think I can see one that kind of looks normal. Sorry folks, let me just check on desktop. I just want to actually figure this out before I continue. And I don't know, you tell me what you want me to do. Do you want me to just start the podcast again? Because for people watching on replay, like this is going to be very messy and I don't want them to watch a messy podcast. Or do you just want us to continue? But I'm slightly annoyed because I didn't know that feature was doing this, and it's just like it's just ruined the podcast. Just give me one sec because I need to just double check something on desktop. And then if it's the case that it's basically double streaming but in two different mediums, then I may just restart the podcast. Let me have a look. Okay. All right. So basically what it's done, if you're watching the podcast right now and the screen looks cut, it's because it's streaming two different versions. So it's streaming one version where the screen is full, and it's streaming one. But so what you need to do is sorry, there's some background noise. What you need to do is basically on my channel, it's streaming two different versions, one in vertical and one in, and one in full. So that's basically what's happening, which is very annoying. And they didn't explain that. Oh, annoying. Okay. I will just continue, but I'm very sorry to everybody watching on replay. That's really annoying. That's really annoyed me. Okay. Next thing is, let's have a look. God, I've got so many slides today. Oh yeah, it's just like little things. I actually did I'm going to do like a short on this, but I just find it incredible how we're coming to the end of 2025, coming into 2026. And it's like these people in the tabloids forget that we always keep the receipts. You had one headline coming out because Meghan wasn't wearing a poppy. And then a year ago, literally a year ago to the day, Harry and Meghan branded as frauds for wearing poppies in a video. But you know what they didn't make a headline about? Well, they did make a headline about it, but they didn't spin it into the negative that it should have been spun into. Kate wearing a $900 poppy. That's probably around about £850. The cost of a basic double room in London now. That used to get you probably at least a studio flat. A $900 poppy that took 12 hours to make. I hope that money would have still gone to the veterans. I don't know if it did, because that's a hell of a designer poppy. And they're making headlines about it because, well, I don't know why, because it's not even like that would have come out of royal spending. Incredible how Meghan going to a party and choosing not to wear a poppy can be a whole headline, and she knows what she did. And Kate wearing a $900 poppy, that's almost £850, is being spun into something positive. I don't even know veterans, if that does that even come to the monthly retirement payments? Like, what's the monthly retirement pay for somebody who leaves the army in the UK? Dear oh dear. So yeah, they had the whole Remembrance Day celebration ceremonies. Camilla there. Oh, Camilla. They also had, I think it was the Festival of Remembrance. They had George come. I kind of knew that they might bring out one of the kids. Especially because William's trip just went so bad. It was not received very well. And they're trying to do everything they can to remedy it. Here's William. Dear gosh. He popped up on an episode of Dancing with the Stars. Go back to normal screen. I don't know, I only see half the pictures on the screen. There, I clicked on the second live and it looks much better. It is still in half. To me, it seems like there's two different versions of the live. Sorry about this. I had no idea that this new feature would look like this. And so, yeah, this definitely will not happen again, is what I'll say. Definitely will not happen again. You should be able to see, guys, two different versions. So if you're only seeing, one that has like the screen cut, it's because you're watching the wrong live. So come out of this live and go watch the one where it's full screen, because that's what I can see. Thank you everyone for saying carry on. Wendy, you're saying screen is good now. Okay. Yeah, so they had William pop up on a segment for Dancing with the Stars. I think Charles and Camilla did pop up. Was it with didn't they pop up on the American Dancing with the Stars? But I thought it was Hollywood Ghetto to be on these celebrity shows and reality TV shows. And the camera looked awful. Listen, if you have a bad camera with a phone or a laptop, it's gonna really make you look bad. They're just doing anything and everything at this point. We love to see it. That is when I saw those stills on Twitter, I thought it was a jump scare. Turns out Willie Leaks didn't even brush his teeth. Apparently so. Dental care has never been something that the royals focus on. Well, at least the male royals. The women royals almost always have to look perfect, especially the younger ones, I would say. But just in general, there's a higher expectation on the female royals to look good. The male royals seem to be allergic to moisturizer. I also think it's something to do with this whole idea of being ordained by God. So it's just like how they are is the best that humanity is. So it's like, why would I need to use moisturizer? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's part of it as well. All right, let me just open up my, let's have a read of this. This is from Celebrity. So William made a surprise appearance on Dancing with the Stars. I do not follow or cover Dancing with the Stars and honestly don't care whatsoever about the storylines. It's a popular show on ABC owned by Disney. But guess who does pay attention, though? Guess who is so eager to integrate himself with the American audience? He made the appearance on Dancing with the Stars. That's right, Prince William. Some royals hobnob with A-listers at the social event of the LA season, and royals appear on season 34 of Dancing with the Stars. What a coinky dink. What a coinky dink. This wouldn't be so noteworthy, only William and his office just threw a tantrum over the Sussex's attendance at Kris Jenner's birthday party. William's office was behind that page 6 story about how tacky it was to hang out with Beyonce, Oprah, and the Kardashians. Yeah, there was an awful article in page 6 about how tacky it was. And you know, when they post stories like that, the Beyoncés and the Oprahs and all these people, they can see these articles. They can see that Harry and Meghan's own family are trashing them. And it's like, why do they think it makes the royal institution look good? Because it's so obvious now that they brief and they write these things. And only for William to then hop on a Zoom call to appear on Dancing with the Stars. Anyway, Celebritry goes on to say, I actually have a theory that this was organized soon after the Sussex's appearance on the ABC special about Disneyland. Yes. William must have demanded that ABC give him equal time. I don't have the picture of it, but if you go to Access Hollywood, oh my goodness, the thumbnail that they have chosen, a screenshot from William's call, believe it or not, is worse than the pictures that are currently on the screen. They have got to be trolling William, because I know he doesn't look great, but that's the picture they chose. Guys, go to Access Hollywood and look for the video. The screenshot is worse than what you're seeing on the screen. They're trolling this man. Where was he even filming this? Where was he filming this? It's giving lights up, won't let me out, won't let me out. Where is he filming this? It looks like a jail cell. Oh my goodness. And unfortunately for William, you know, he's going to have to keep doing the most. Appear on Dancing with the Stars, do a backflip, do all the things, because unfortunately the Earthshot saga, well, not only was the whole thing a flop, his own side, or who is typically his side, didn't like this at all. Even the Daily Fail was saying that the Earth flop trip was underwhelming. In August, the Prince and Princess of Wales were too lazy to attend the V-Day 80th anniversary event. There was a huge service at the National Memorial attended by Charles, Camilla, and the last living World War II veterans who fought in the Pacific Theatre. And William and Kate just skipped it because they were where? On vacation. Well, Charles and Camilla hosted many of those same veterans at the palace yesterday for a reception. William must have been ordered to show up because he actually left Forest Lodge for this. This reception was William's sole public event for the day. His wife was tasked with leaving flowers at the arboretum in the morning. All this happened after William was too lazy to attend the Festival of Remembrance on Saturday as well. Speaking of, Amanda Platel at the Daily Fail decided to hit pause on her anti-Sussex campaign, and she absolutely ripped into William in her column this week. Prince William's no-show at the Festival of Remembrance was bewildering and enough to make many of us worry about our future king's priorities. Was it really more important for him to make a speech at COP30 and visit a remote island in Brazil than be here on this island, this Britain, honoring our war dead and making one of the most important days in history? I mean, that is a good question. And this is actually why I asked last time, why wouldn't Earthshot just be Britain based? Because then he would have been able to do the Earthshot and been able to show up for all the things for remembrance. He's obsessed with this idea of being an international statesman. And it's not like he couldn't be both if he hadn't put a so if he had put more focus on building something impactful. Lottie, you said, I think you and William would have made a great couple. What? Huh? Listen, my face card has the ability to change an entire gene line. I would not have wasted it on the Windsors. I wouldn't have wasted it on the Windsors. Sorry. Harry himself could have proposed. Ain't no way I would have joined that family. Ain't no way I would have joined that family. Because I don't know. We know everything about that family in the UK. America, sorry, Meghan didn't know because she's American. But we know all the things about that family. I would not have wasted my face card on the Windsors. Thank you so much, Lottie, for making me laugh and your super chat. Much appreciated. Oh, sorry, Kevon Sims, I didn't see this. The Kardashians never offed anyone, never sexually assaulted anyone, never scammed anyone. So what's the big deal? Indeed. Well, we've got a couple stories about scamming now, but but the other two, you are correct. Thank you so much for the super sticker, Kevon Slims. Much appreciated. Kat Harlem, you said, as ever, orders are delayed as well. I wonder if they were on the UPS airplane that crashed. Oh, there's an airplane that crashed. Maybe there was some orders on there. I mean, listen, they are still a new company and they're probably struggling with just the high demand. I mean, I had another squaddy send me a text message of her whole bounty. I'm like, you guys are stocking up for World War III. So I think it's just part of growing pains. Even the most established e-commerce companies, there's delays. So be patient with them. And also, I've seen that when as ever make mistakes or they can't get something to you the first time, they even compensate you the second time. Simone Black, who said, Brian was talking about Elizabeth Holmes yesterday, that she was trolling Duchess Meghan because she went to the birthday party. Yeah, I saw this. And this is exactly why you never, ever give grace to someone who showed they were nasty the first time. E. Holmes been nasty to Meghan. She been nasty, but she was still there at Invictus. I believe she was invited. And then she was given a package from the As Ever team. So I hope that this is a lesson. Stick with the real ones. Send that stuff to the real ones. I did see that. She posted a whole essay on her Instagram about Meghan being at, Kris Jenner's party, but I haven't seen essays from E. Holmes about Andrew or anything else regarding criticizing the royals. I hope that this is a lesson to the As Ever team and to Meghan's team. Don't mess around with people like E. Holmes. Because Elizabeth Holmes, now she on her high horse because she got her an As Ever package. The same woman who used to dog out Meghan, I think she did kind of give an apology and now obsessed with her. She buys everything that Meghan wears, obsesses over everything related to Meghan. She's what I like to call a hater fan. Like the type of fan that doesn't like you, but wants to be like you and does everything. to be like you. Yeah, I saw that. They've got to be careful with people like E. Holmes. Anyway, back to William. We kind of sidestepped after Lottie said that I would have made a great wife. So she says in the Daily Mail, my fear is that William, rushing around the world to lecture us on climate change, comes across as turning his focus away from people's everyday concerns. At the time when a recent Ipsos poll revealed national pride has plummeted and British society is now more divided than ever, he should be seizing every opportunity to restore a sense of patriotism and belief in Britain, to rekindle the magic of the monarchy. Listen, all of this rekindle the magic of the monarchy, no. What he needs to be focusing on, and I've said this before, don't even focus on trying to be likable or relatable. Just focus on trying to be impactful. Like, create a startup fund for people from disadvantaged backgrounds who want to start businesses. Give scholarships for people who want to go to school. Do things like that. Do things that are actually going to be impactful on the ground where it matters. We used to have like all of these programs, after school clubs, the type of stuff that keeps kids off the street. All of that, I've watched it just disappear over the last decade or two. A lot of these programs were like government funded, keeping kids off the street. I remember we used to have, what was it? Those of you from the UK, was it Ask Frank? So if you were having like drug issues, alcohol issues, you could, talk to Frank. It was like a phone line, things like that. Focus on things like that. All of this magic of the monarchy and patronism is fine. But it doesn't mean anything if I can't put, what is patronism if I can't put food on my table? Oh. Anyway, article ends by saying, this is the most I've ever enjoyed a Platel column. Whack him again. Indeed. William is such a sad, pitiful figure as well. He's been handed the extraordinary platform and he's just a 40-something who is too lazy to actually do something, anything at all. I wondered if his absence at the Festival of Remembrance would become a bigger story, and I'm glad at least one male columnist dedicated a piece to it. And yes, he skipped Easter, and he's the BAFTA president, and he skipped BAFTA this year too. He was on vacation in Mustique, and he and his staff couldn't even spell veterans correctly. Oh yes, how could I forget this? Forgot to put this on the slide. They misspelled the word veterans, and the tweet is still up. Lazy and half-assed doesn't even cover it. I mean, is Jason doing the social media now for Kensington Palace? What's going on there? Dear, oh dear. All right. What else did I want to mention? Gosh, I'm so sorry, folks. This podcast has been all over the place because the issues with a split screen. I'm very annoyed at that. I'm so sorry for anyone who is watching on replay. This will not happen again. Apparently, Sophie is going to do a 9-day visit to South America this week. They're sending her to South America. For what? I don't know. I guess because she's the new secret weapon, she'll be in South America. Camilla had 3 events on Tuesday, by the way, including a meeting with Sarah Jessica Parker. Let me read an article here. It says, say what you want about Queen Camilla. And we've already said it. Indeed, we have. Sorry, article's gone a bit funny. But she consistently outworks Prince William. And it's incredibly funny. On Armistice Day, which was Tuesday, Camilla did 3 events with 3 costume changes. Camilla working hard. I don't know so much that she even wants to work hard, but it does make Kate and William look very, very lazy in comparison. Also, something very weird happened. She went to this event in Paddington, and I don't have the video on me, but she just looked like she had the shakes. Like, she couldn't stand very well. She was kind of like, she almost looked like she was going to collapse. She looked a little bit out of it. I don't know what's going on with her. And, you know, she's an elderly lady. She could have health issues, and doing 3 events in one day, not that it's much work, because all they're doing is smiling and waving and shaking people's hands, but that was quite interesting. There's like a video of her going around, and she's visibly kind of like shaking and out of it, almost like she's, I don't want to say drunk if she's not actually drunk, but there's clearly something going on. Oh my god. Kathy, I'm not even going to put your message on the screen. Hilarious. Duchess, I love how everyone noticed how Kitty and Willie were not seen together for remembrance. Indeed. I think there was like one event that they did for the weekend where they were, I think they walked up some steps together. So there was one event where they were at the same place, but otherwise they weren't really together, no. Twi5 Girls. Yes, there are 2, just to explain, there are 2 active live streams on the channel at the same time. Even the live chat is completely separate. You have to go to the other live chat to see the screen normally. Yeah, so I think what's happened is that this new vertical option, it just creates 2 live streams, which is really confusing, because I thought what was happening was that it was optimizing it for vertical people with vertical screens. How utterly annoying. Suzuki said, I'm going to send an email to Azevra to beware of homes. No, don't do that. Don't email them. I think they will learn. You know, they've got a whole social media team. Don't worry. Wendy Longman, you said there are so many in the UK for William to work on. Whatever happened to his homeless project, for example? Indeed, like, they're all over the place. They are utterly all over the place. Oh, thank you so much, Ronna Anderson. It's just I just hate like when technical things like this happen, because it's just like it messes up the whole podcast experience, especially if like new people are coming to the channel. But thank you so much for your patience in saying that. Unbothered, you said, I hear Charles has given a new title to Beatrice. Title? Weren't they screaming that, you know, William was going to take the titles like a week ago? Camilla is just trying to get as much costume changes out of every event so they can look like she was doing a lot. Yeah, that's actually another good point, you know. They'll make it look like she was doing a lot of things at once. I'm just going for your comments, folks, and then we will wrap things up. Oh, thank you so much, Connie Barmer. Oh, yes. Now that they know that Meghan's show is on December 3rd, watch them try to compete with something. They'll be doing like some kind of royal cooking special or something like that. Hilarious. Just watch. I wouldn't be surprised if Kate showed up at Fashion Week. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap things up there. Thank you as always. Thank you for being patient. I'm so sorry about this whole split screen thing. Will not happen again. It was just like a new feature that got put in, and I had absolutely no idea what would happen with it. But I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for showing up. Thank you, everyone, for donating, as always. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you so much. Ciao.